a major setback for City Council's plan to build a new City Hall in partnership with a private developer. A process meant to narrow down the list of candidates to those companies qualified to do the design and construction has received interest from just one suitor.
This is the only site right now that has been endorsed by council to move forward in that respect. And it's obviously important because we do need to increase that space and that capacity so we can have our employees working here.
The current City Hall building is too small and experiencing mounting repair bills. In 2024, council decided to seek a private developer to partner with on redeveloping the existing property at Dufferin and Wellington. The Centennial House apartments would be preserved, but the remaining site would become a mixed-use development combining a new city hall, residential high-rises, and a parking garage. However, a request for pre-qualification process that saw 35 companies take bid documents and 19 participate in a mandatory site visit eventually only saw 2 submissions, one of whom later withdrew, leaving just a single proposal to evaluate. The diminishing interest stemmed from a misinterpretation of the joint venture requirement, perceived complexity and risk, as well as the current economic conditions facing developers. City staff suggests this leaves council with just 3 options: move ahead to the next stage with only one qualified candidate, scrap the project altogether, or take a step backwards and launch what's called a public negotiated request for proposals.
I do like the third recommendation, the negotiated request for proposal, to see if we can get more plan takers that are interested that would be able to get right down to the end before we actually make a selection.
Staff also recommend the public negotiated RFP, even though going back to previous bid takers will extend the timeline. Quote, this approach will restore competitive integrity, broaden market participation, and reinforce public confidence in a high-profile civic project.
This has happened before. You have seen a private-public partnership to do this type of work before. They are just a little bit more complex.
A council committee will consider next steps at a meeting on September 16th. Daryl Newcombe, CTV News.